Hey, welcome back to 2DG. Got another beer review. What do we have today?
From Three Floyds, and shock. We have Arctic Panzer Wolf. This is a semi-regular IPA. I want to say it's only released, technically seasonal. I want to say it's only released towards like the last quarter of the year, or beginning quarter of the new one. Anyway, it's a double IPA. Again, no shock from Floyd's there, with Canadian 2-row malt, dextrose, which is just sugar, and then tons of American hops. So God knows what they put in there. But beer that's been around for a long time. We just for some reason have never reviewed.
Yeah, we thought we did.
Yeah, went through the archives and did not. So we're gonna do it now. Cool label as always. You'll see that here in a second. But let's get it open. Yep. Got the other proper glassware this time. Try to pour it more down the side because it's a little on the warm side, so it's gonna carbonate just a smidge more. Looks perfect though. This little swirling going on in there. Perfect. All right.
Nice pour.
It's a nice orangish yellow color, hue to it. Little cloudy.
Still hazy.
Not much. It's definitely not chill haze.
No.
Now this guy, check the alcohol on it. I just knocked the cap down. Yeah, it's the Zimmer design for the label. We said something about it. It said Zimmer design on it.
Right, it said Zimmer design for the label, but it says the design was... The art was by Tim Lehigh of Blackheart Tattoo in San Francisco.
So it's 9%. Real quick, I'm going to read the commercial description. It says, a massive IPA that will leave your palate its hapless victims. Scorched earth is our brewery policy. So 100 IBUs is what it says, which is at the threshold of, well over the threshold a little bit of what you can notice. But anywho, let's get a smell.
All right. Ooh, wow. I haven't had this in a long time. Oh, with that hit, so because when I swirl it, I get a little bit of a graininess too, which I assume is just because they loaded it with malt.
Yeah,
keep that stickiness coming back.
Yeah, so definitely a lot of spicy floral nature to it. A little bit of that candied orange, not nearly as much as the hop slam we just did. You can definitely tell there's dextrose in there. Nice, sweet, malty characteristic to it. Little hint of alcohol, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, that's a neat smell though. The floral mixing with the sweetness. It does remind me more of honey than the hop slam did.
Nah, I'll disagree on that.
Oh,
but let's taste it.
Good and sweet up front, and then you get hints of like a concentrate orange. I mean, not orange from concentrate, orange juice, but I mean like, let's say a reduction, so it's thicker, a little deeper, but then it lifts on a lemony note too. The sweetness is well balanced. The back end, it's dry as hell. I don't taste any real maltiness to it, malt residuals, some yeasty funk, and just loads of hop.
You're actually pretty spot on with everything. It's weird. They just say dextrose, but I'm getting almost a candied sugar, if that makes any sense. Like a Belgian candied sugar type of thing. Perfect balance, really all the way through. Like you said, finishes dry as hell. It's also bitter as hell.
Yeah.
They weren't kidding when they said scorched earth type of thing. If you're drinking anything after this and you want to be able to taste it, no, you won't. So Yeah, nice.
Big old fat stogie to cut it out.
Definitely that orange quality you're talking about. Definitely some lemon brightness in there. I'd say more towards the zesty side. Not too multi-dimensional when it comes to the hop profile in this.
No, it's just bitterness.
Yeah. But it works well because this beer has a lot of sweetness left to it. It's a weird thing. So it's got some fruitiness. It's definitely got a lot of bitterness. It's got some sweetness.
A lot of floral on the nose, though.
Yeah. But it all works together.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Let's pull it up on the old AB InBev owned and sponsored.
I don't think we mentioned stiction, but look at the lacing left on there.
Yeah.
It hangs out, but it's not real sticky.
This is one of those where I mean, I've done it before, but this is one of those where it'd almost be a struggle to drink the whole bottle.
But it's done it.
But I've done it before. I ain't no coward, okay? Style-wise, Imperial IPA, Double IPA, whatever. Style, they give it a 99. Overall, they give it a 99. So, very solid. I don't think it has any distinction as far as being like one of the top rated or anything like that. Yeah, if I type in the right password. No, it does not.
What does top rated mean? Does that mean entered the most times? Or
I think entered the most times, but also
ratings?
highest rating with it as well. So with that being said, double IPA, where are you going?
10.
Anything?
This is one of those that when I first learned about Three Floyds and got to try it, that it brings me back because it is a palate wrecker.
By the way, you only gave Hop Slam a 9.5.
I know.
Okay. Okay.
He's going to challenge that, so what am I going to say now?
Okay. 10. Not better than Hop Slam, but
I think it's, not to go back to a previous video, but Hop Slam did become a little bit of a victim of a prior year. So this is consistently, the way you remember it. It just is.
well, here's the thing. This is old school Floyd's. This isn't, a company, which they don't really do a lot of it, but this isn't a company that's adapting, which they do some of with, some of their newer stuff that's come out. But this is total Floyd's, hop forward destruction, kind of a unique take on it with that sugar in there, total FU mode style beer.
That's true.
Artwork is classic Floyd's, just, you're kind of out there,
That's the best description, old school Floyd. That really is.
So it was one of those where when I first had it, this and probably Stone Ruination were probably the two that were just like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like just destroyed your tongue. But I'm always happy when this comes back around in rotation.
I gotta admit, the last several years I've kind of just went, man, I've had that.
Well, that's been the problem with me and Floyd's recently, especially with their I guess not as much with their like bottle releases like the 22 ounces, but with their year round stuff. Like there was when I picked up Hop Slam today, and when I picked it up, but there was like a full case of Z-Dust there, and I was like, nah, I don't really care. But it's just, Gumball Head's becoming a lot more prevalent. Alf King's there. Space Station Middle Finger.
That's
they release that into.
In a long time, really. I mean,
I usually try to pick that up when I see it, just because it's not one of those that I've had too many times because it used to only be in the bigger bottles.
Yeah, that's why I never grab it.
Yeah, but now it's in 6-packs and it's delicious. I love it. But yeah, this isn't one of those because it's, like I said, it's only seasonal, I believe, towards the end of the year / beginning of the new year. And it's just old school, so it's nice to, kind of change it up because, correct me if I'm wrong, but they even kind of changed Gumball Head because I don't think they use Amarillo hops anymore.
Really?
I don't think so because, like, on the bottle, or it used to say with boatloads, I think, or loads of Amarillo hops, and now it just says boatloads of hops or American hops or whatever. Still smells and tastes the exact same in my opinion, but I know
that's what counts.
yeah, but I know that in one of the books that I read, I think it was
You think they went to an extract?
no, it was in God, what book was that? I forget which book. So sue me. It was talking about how Amarillo has become kind of unstable. It's not, year to year the same. So he was getting pissed off at that. So assuming that's what happened, they went away from it, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Like I said, it just changed on the label.
It is interesting though, because even cross pollination can lead over time to within just a couple generations change.
If you hear squeaking, it's the dog. You saw him in the last video.
You didn't see him, but the hop hound, you heard him.
Yeah, he's being rambunctious tonight.
So anyway, we got to get to overall.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm going to stick at it. I'm actually going to go 9.5 because I don't drink this every time I can. It's a good beer. It's a great beer. It's like he said, it's old school Floyd's, and it's you kind of see it sometimes, and you're like, I've had that. I don't really care if I try it again, but when you do, you're stoked that you did because it's old school Floyd's. It just wrecks your palate and makes you sometimes regret doing it.
I don't get his ratings at all.
You do.
It's a 10 for me. It's one of those kind of nostalgic beers. Not like I haven't had it for a long time, but it's like a pleasant surprise every time you do. Similar like when you pick up like
Two Hearted.
Two Hearted or a 6-pack of Stone IPA, because I don't get Stone IPA as much as I do Two Hearted with the other example that we gave, and it's just always so solid and great, and you're like, why don't I do this more? But anyway, we've ran on a little bit, so like, comment, subscribe, do the thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't, let us know why.
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell. That way you
Hit
get
subscribe.
notifications, and
Actually,
then
subscribe's probably over here, but
yeah. Tell us about a favorite seasonal rotation that you get, either in your area, if it's local like Floyd's, or like nationally, or whatever. I don't care.
yeah, man, because we learn. That's how we learn about some great beers. I mean, we've already gotten one really good top 5, I think it was, on our Douchey Award video for 2017.
We didn't do a top 5.
No, but the guy responded.
Oh, yeah.
Stellar 5,
Thank you for
and
that.
probably 2/3 of those we haven't had before. At least I haven't.
Yep.
So that was excellent. Excellent. Things for me to look for.
Yeah.
So leave the comment. Let us know.
2DG. But they were talking about, or Nick was talking about how,
The hop hound.
Jay!
She doesn't know.
You hear that?
Come here. So anyway,